got a question for you, my friend. But before I ask you the question, let me welcome you to today, my friend. I hope you had an amazing day today, my friend, because it's an amazing world. And if you came out as your best self, my friend, then that makes you amazing. So if you match your amazing with the amazement of the world, my friend, that's when magic happens. Hopefully your day was magical, my friend. Mine was, and it is every day. Hopefully yours is too. Now back to the question, my friend. Here's the question I want to ask you. It's a very, very important question. In fact, you may have not even thought of this question or asked yourself this question, but here's the question. What is your default mode? What is your default mode? What's at the core? What's at the center of you when everything else is exhausted? All of your energy, all of your emotions, all of your tolerance, your coping is all gone. What comes out at the end? What's on the core? What's in the lining of your foundation? What's that made of, my friend? And just to bring it home a little more clearly, look at your Facebook and look at your settings. Look at your settings. You'll see that you give your information and then it says, what's the default email? That means if all else fails, if all other means of communication fails, then this default is how we're going to contact you, right? What is your default mode? What's the last line of defense that's coming out of you when everything else is out of you already, right? That's very, very important, right? The universe has something at the core called the ether. The ether is very significant. It's one of the most significant parts of the universe because the ether is a conductor for every vibrational frequency in the world. So you know how significant that is, meaning that everything that's ever happened, everything that could possibly happen, the ether can match it, right? So it's the ultimate recorder, right? So here's the thing, it's like a default for the universe. It has everything in it, right? What is your default mode? Let me tell you mine. My default mode is love. It wasn't always love. I could not always say that my default mode was love, but it took work and perseverance to get that at the core of who I am. And now I call myself a conductor of love, which means that I take all of the negativity, all of the garbage, the hate, the jealousy, the envy, the sabotage. I take all of the lies and I take all of that. I can't retaliate with it or else I'm no better than them. I take it all. I send it to the core of who I am. And then I redistribute it back out into the world, meaning I give it back out to the world and to the people in love. And I encourage you also to become a conductor of love. But you really got to look yourself in the mirror. You got to deal with who you are. You got to get to know yourself, accept yourself, and then love yourself. Then and only then are you in the position to effectively give yourself, my friend. But this is how I became a conductor of love. I had to first force myself through all of my own insecurities and fears. I had to force myself to sprinkle love on everything, my friend. And I encourage you to do that as well. Sprinkle love on everything. And let me tell you how, right? See, just because you don't love someone, it doesn't necessarily mean that you have to hate that person. It's so many other levels in between love and hate. You don't got to go from 0 to 100. You got dislike. You know, you got infatuation. You got admiration. You know, you have disgust. You have all these other ranges in between love and hate, right? Doesn't mean you have to hate somebody just because you don't love them. Let's go deeper, right? Here's the thing. We all have an appetite. So you have to learn how to feed your life's appetite with lovely words. You got to fill your life's appetite with lovely thoughts. And you have to fill your life's appetite with lovely actions, my friend. And here's why. Because what you see displayed from someone else, the behavior you see from other people externally, it's only a manifestation of what's going on internally, right? So whatever you see someone do externally or someone behave or someone that shows you a display of behavior, it's only evidence of what's going on the inside of them, right? And that's the hard truth. Besides, here's the thing, right? Here's the thing. Here's 3 reasons why you need to stay as close to love as possible. I mean, just think, isn't that where all the magic happens? Through love, right? When you're at your best self, everybody wins. But when you're not at your best self, everyone loses, including you. Because see, when you're at your best self, that means you're aligned with your truth. That means you're loving yourself, because you can't align with your truth unless you accept your truth and love your truth. That's why you got to stay as close to love as possible, because everybody wins, right? Here's the thing. Here's 3 reasons why you got to stay as close to love as possible. Number 1, you can never allow anyone else to control you that much, to make you that angry, to stoop that low, to cause you to hate them, right? Because if you hate someone, then that person that you hate controls you. Because if they want you to get irritated, this and that, all they got to do is come around you, and then they control your behavior. Don't ever give anyone that much power over you, my friend, to cause you to hate them. In fact, just eliminate hate out of your repertoire altogether. That way, it can't happen, right? That's the easy way. Number 2, here's the thing. Nothing can come out of you that's not already inside of you. So the key is to fill yourself with as much love as possible, right? Fill yourself with lovely everything. So that way, when something has to come out, only love can come out, my friend. And number 3, you got to develop a greatness mindset. A mind bold enough to believe, right, that God is love. So the more you operate in God, the more God will operate through you. I'll say it again. God is love. So the more you can operate in God, which is in love, the more God will operate through you. So when you make a commitment to operate in love, when you fill yourself with all lovely stuff, that's when God takes over. And now he can use you. He can flow that love through you to everybody else. He can flow that love through you to make the world a better place. He can flow that love through you so that you can be the change that you want to see in the world. Because we already know this life includes us, but it's not about us. It's about all the many lives that we're supposed to impact, that we're supposed to inspire, that we're supposed to motivate, my friend. That's what it's all about. So I ask you again, what is your default setting, my friend? And if you don't know, you need to work on that. What's at the core of your being, my friend? I sure hope it's love or something close, my friend. But here's the good part. Because you're alive, because you're watching this video, that means it's still a chance for you to get it right. It's still not too late for you to get it right, my friend. But here's the thing. You got to have a desire to get it right. That's why you got to have a desire to become a conductor of love. You got to have a desire to operate in love, and then God will elevate you and operate through you, my friend. And never forget, you were born to be great.